Today, I wanted to talk about why I do not sleep in front of mirrors. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany, and this is my new YouTube channel called Growing Up Shaman, where I tell true stories about non ordinary reality from the perspective of a shaman. Now, these stories occurred 17 years ago. I had a boyfriend who lived in Utah, and in his bedroom, he had a headboard in the back of his bed that was full of mirrors. And I remember the first night that I spent the night at his house. Um, I remember I had fallen asleep before him, and he was staying up reading in bed, and the lights were on. And I don't know how long I was asleep, but I do remember waking up because I heard the sound of somebody grabbing something very heavy, like a heavy ashtray, and throwing it up against that backboard or the headboard of the bed, and it shattered the mirror that was on that headboard. And I woke up just like startled, freaking out that this had just happened. And and my boyfriend was like, What's going on?" And I was like, explaining to him what I had just experienced. And I turned around to look at the headboard, and there was nothing wrong with that headboard. So I was thoroughly confused. And after explaining to my boyfriend what I had just experienced, he was like, "Well, it's funny that you say that because I had an ex girlfriend that actually threw a pretty heavy picture frame up against this headboard and broke it." And I was like, "Really? Well, that's interesting." I didn't ask any further questions about this girlfriend. I just went back to sleep. But the next night, when I stayed the night there, I had another really vivid dream. And in this dream, I had somehow like stepped into her soul. And this ex-girlfriend was clearly on drugs, and I could feel that. It was an overwhelming feeling that I felt like I was out of control. Um, it was it was, but I want to say it was a little bit of euphoric, but it wasn't really because it felt more like a prison that I was trapped in. And in the dream, I remember standing outside of his bedroom sliding door windows that she was standing on the outside of it, and she was just banging like this, not up against the sliding glass doors, but just banging her hands like this, like, "Get me out of here, like you did this to me." And just this rage was coming out of her. And I just remember having so much compassion for this woman afterwards, like just feeling so sorry for her soul and what it was going through. And I told my boyfriend about it the next morning, and he started telling me about his ex-girlfriend more. And he basically told me that she had a drug habit that he had unfortunately found himself enabling. And once he realized what the problem was, he tried to get her as much help as he could, but she just didn't want to get the help. And he said when they split up, he had heard that she had gotten put in jail, and that was the last that he had heard from her. But yeah, that was two crazy experiences I had from sleeping in front of that headboard with a mirror. I don't know what it is about mirrors, but I feel like they create some sort of portal that spiritual things can start to occur. And so I just make it a habit not to have mirrors in my room that are facing the bed because we're just, too vulnerable when we're sleeping. I just prefer to be on the safe side, just not have any mirrors facing it. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the story. If you did, don't forget to give the video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know if you've ever had any kind of crazy stories like this happen to you. I'd love to hear about it. Anyways, thanks for listening, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.